AEW Double or Nothing takes place this Saturday night from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida, and it will also take place at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars, for the Stadium Stampede match. You currently have 9 matches listed. You have 8 on the main card, 1 on the pre-show. And let's start off with the kickoff, or I don't know what they call it. They call it the buy-in. I don't know. I'm going to call it the buy-in because that's what they called it last year at Double or Nothing. It's a cool name. It is before a pay-per-view, so it makes more sense to just call it a kickoff pre-show. But you have Private Party, Isiah, Cassidy, and Marq taking on the Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent. They just call him Trent now. I don't know if they call him Trent Beretta. I'm sure Orange Cassidy will be at ringside here. I'm going to go with the Best Friends. This is a number 1 contenders match for tag sales. The Private Party was a flop, unfortunately. They pushed them well. I think, didn't they beat the Young Bucks on the first Dynamite or something, or one of the earlier Dynamites? They beat them. They got big wins. They were going to push this team, the Private Party, just didn't work out. I think it makes better sense to go with the Best Friends. They can face the tag team champions at another time. I just don't think Private Party really got over, so I'd rather just go with the Best Friends. They'll probably lose their tag team title match, but they can have a good program. So I'm going to pick them to win. Next, the main card for Double or Nothing. Opening match, Dustin Rhodes against Shawn Spears. I'm going Shawn Spears here. He has the whole CNN parody, SNN or whatever it's called. It's very average. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think he wanted to do something like that in WWE. I don't know. I'm almost sure he was trying to do something like that. But I'm not a fan of Shawn Spears. He just never got over. He's never been over. I've always said AEW should just get rid of him. I just don't. I mean, I get he's a veteran. Don't push him. Just use him as like Dustin Rhodes. He shouldn't even beat Dustin. Just enhancement talent. That's his job. That's his role there. He's never going to be anything. I've always said Kip Sabian, Shawn Spears, some of these guys, I mean, they're just not doing it. They're not cutting it there. That's my opinion. There are all these veterans, you know? There's just so many of them that they're just kind of there. I don't know. They don't really offer much anything else. I'm going to go with Shawn Spears to beat Dustin Rhodes. I'm almost positive he's beating Dustin. I'd be shocked if he loses. Britt Baker against Kris Statlander. Britt Baker should be the champion right now. She's easily the best of the females. I mean, I looked now before because of her looks, everything, but I'm sure as of being a character, being in the ring, best worker, she's very good. Britt Baker's done a very good job. She's her best female talent, I believe, right now. I think she beats Kris Statlander. I'd be stunned if Statlander wins. Britt Baker should win. She should be the champion soon. They should put that belt on her because she's easily their best female talent. She was the first chick they signed, and she's done a very good job. I think this is almost a lock. Britt Baker's beating Kris Statlander. Next is the second biggest lock. It's MJF against Jungle Boy. MJF is winning. Jungle Boy is not beating MJF. This is a win for MJF. This is an easy win for him. He defeats him easy, and he goes on to probably challenge for the belt. Maybe he goes after Moxley after this. That could be his next feud. He deserves a big feud because he's really talented. He's beating Jungle Boy easy. AEW Women's Championship, a no disqualification and no countout match. You have the champion, Nyla Rose, defending her title against Hikaru Shida. I am picking a new champion. I might be in the minority. I think a lot of people might pick Nyla Rose. That's fine. I can see you guys picking Nyla Rose, not because not people like her, but it's the whole she's the politically correct champion. He or she, I'm sorry, whatever you want to call her. It's a man. They trans, PC. I'm sure Cody and Kenny are behind this stuff. It's been awful. We barely even see her as champ. She won the belt. She beats Rio. She lost to Rio. Everyone thought she'd win. Then she beats Rio. And then we never see her or see him. Whatever you want to say. We never really see Nyla Rose. I don't know. I think Shida should win. Nyla Rose pinned her on Dynamite. I think Shida should get the belt. Give it to Shida. And then maybe Shida drops it to Britt Baker. Next, here is these next 4 matches I am really looking forward to. At least 3 of the 4. The main event, not as much, but 3 of the 4 I am really looking forward to. This is going to make this a great show. You have a casino ladder match for a future AEW World Championship match. You have Darby Allin taking on Colt Cabana, Orange Cassidy, Rey Fenix, Scorpio Sky, Kip Sabian, Frankie Kazarian, and Luchasaurus, and one to be announced. I don't know if that TBA is going to be. I'm not going to speculate because I don't even think that TBA is going to win. I got my pick. And this is not a Money in the Bank. I think this is just, You win a briefcase probably, and it's not Money in the Bank. You just set up a match. That's how it's most likely going to be. I don't think it's a cash in on any time. I think it's just a number one contenders type match, not a Money in the Bank match. My pick is Darby Allin. I think he's the best one. I think he's been great. I don't know who the mystery is going to be. Lucha Schwartz, I don't see it. Frank Kazarian, of course not. Kip Sabian, no. Scorpio, Sky. I mean, Kip Sabian, I'm looking forward. I'm happy he's there because we get to see Penelope Ford. Maybe we get to see her climb the ladder so we can get a good view of her ass. That'd be nice. Love Penelope Ford, but obviously Sabian isn't winning that. Scorpio, Sky, zero chance. Ray Fenix, I don't see it. I mean, it's just more of a tag team. Orange Cassidy, he's a comedy act. He's not winning. Colt, Cabana, 0% chance. I think Darby Allin's the pick. He's hands-on favorite. I don't know. If they get a good surprise, I'll change my pick mid-show. But right now I'm going to get Darby Allin. I think he's the best pick. I think he's a great competitor. I think he's done very well. He's the goth. The one I hate is Jimmy Havoc. He's the emo, but Darby Allin as the goth is awesome. I think he's done a very good job. I'd like to see him get a championship match, and I think he's done a good job. So I'm rooting for him, and I think he'll win this match. Next is the match I really want to see. The Stadium Stampede match. You have this match taking place in Jacksonville Jaguar Stadium, TIA Field. And it's not like a WrestleMania where it's in a football stadium, but it's set up like a wrestling show with a stage, a ramp, and mats, and a ring and stuff like that. There's no entrance, there's no fans, there's no stand. It's basically just a wrestling ring. It's going to be set up on the 50-yard line. I believe that's how it's going to be, right in the middle of the field, right above the Jags logo, and that's how they're going to do it. They're going to have a wrestling field on top of a football stadium, and they're going to wrestle in the football stadium. It's going to cover 100 yards. I am super stoked for this. I can't wait for this match. I love these kinds of matches. I'm so happy. It's one of those things, as much as coronavirus has ruined wrestling, it's just made it unwatchable on TV, mostly with no fans, we have seen crazy gimmick ideas that have actually kind of worked. I like the Money in the Bank that WWE did at the corporate headquarters. I'm looking forward to this. An empty football stadium in the middle with the wrestling ring set up at the 50-yard line. I'm looking forward to it. It could work. It could be a shit show. I think it's going to be really entertaining. And I hope it's a pre-recorded match so they can make it like one of those Matt Hardy, one of those deletion episodes or something. So here's who we have. You have the Inner Circle, which is Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santana, and Ortiz, all 5 members, taking on Matt Hardy and the Elite. You have Matt Hardy, and you have the Elite, who is Adam Page, Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson. I believe Nick's returning after the Inner Circle crushed him with the garage opener or the garage door a couple months ago. So this is going to be a fun match. I can't wait for it. I'm picking the faces to win. I think the Elite takes it. They can go with the Inner Circle. This is not one of the toughest matches. I can see either team winning. But I think the Inner Circle wins. I think the Young Bucks get to win. Probably Nick Jackson gets to win. Maybe he pins Jericho, or maybe he pins one of the other guys, because I think that the Bucks get the revenge here. It's going to be nuts. I can't wait for this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I think this is going to be a great match. I'm going to go with the Young Bucks to get the win. I'm picking the Elite and Matt Hardy to get the win here. I think Hardy and Jericho will eventually have a match at the Hardy compound, which is going to be really cool. I'd like to see just those two. Maybe they could do it, but I prefer the Final Deletion over the Elite and Decay, because the Final Deletion was just Matt and Jeff. The Elite and Decay was just a whole bunch of people. It was good too, but I like Final Deletion better. So I'd rather see Hardy and Jericho at the compound. Maybe that's what this leads to. But I'm picking the faces to win. Could go with the heels. This is like a toss-up. This could go either way. But I'm picking the faces to take this match. Now we get to the 2 main events, basically. The double main event, because both of them are promoted really well. Or actually, the TNT title has been promoted way better than the main event. But AEW TNT Championship. Mike Tyson, Iron Mike, presents this title. You have Cody, who's going to be accompanied to the ring with Arn Anderson and his wife, Brandi Rhodes, taking on Lance Archer, who's going to be accompanied by Jake the Snake Roberts. Of course, Iron Mike Tyson at ringside. Someone's getting knocked out. It could be Jake Roberts. It could be Lance Archer, but someone's getting knocked out, and Cody Rhodes is going to defeat Lance Archer. This has been the best build-up. I thought the segment with Brandi and Jake Roberts was nuts. He put a snake on her, and then oh man, that was nuts. That was a crazy segment. People are complaining online. Oh, my feelings. Oh my God, how can they do this in 2020? It's not 1999. I thought it was an awesome segment. I don't care what anyone says. I liked it a lot. I think this has been really well built. I think Cody wins. I think he has to beat Lance Archer here because Cody, I mean, they made him like he lost. He's lost so much. He lost to Jericho after Jericho did terrible things to him. He lost to MJF in a big pay-per-view after MJF did terrible things to him. He has to get a win here. I do believe he's going to win. I believe Jericho's taking this. I think Jericho, Cody. Why did I say Jericho? I meant to say Cody. I think they had Jericho embarrassed him, and then he got embarrassed by MJF, and he lost those two matches. He's going to beat Lance Archer here. Cody wins. He's your first AEW TNT champion, and Mike Tyson presents it, and it's a great moment. Main event, AEW World Championship. Jon Moxley defends his title against Mr. Brody Lee. Who's winning this? I think this is a lock. Not much of a decision. I think I'd be stunned if Brody Lee wins. Moxley's winning. Brody Lee, when Moxley left WWE, I understand because I thought they could have done more with them. When Brody Lee, I don't know. I don't think they really had much with Luke Harper. Going WWE, Ambrose I thought had much more potential than Harper. I think Ambrose and Harper had matches. Didn't they have a match where they fought in that crazy false count match and they left in the car and they both came back and they were fighting and Moxley won? Moxley's beating Brody. I'm going to go with him. I think Jon Moxley retains the belt, and I think that's probably one of the least anticipated matches. Probably the third highest, most anticipated match. I think Cody and Lance Archer also, because Mike Tyson's there, that's anticipated. Of course, the Stadium Stampede match, Casino Ladder match. I have a Mike Tyson accent now. They're all more anticipated in this main event. It's not that high anticipated of a match, but I think Moxley wins, and I think it's pretty much a lock. Jon Moxley is retaining the AEW Championship. And that is how AEW Double or Nothing will end. So, this Saturday night, in 2 nights, we have the pay-per-view. Has a very strong card to it. Looking forward to a lot of matches. Yes, there's no fans, but it could deliver. It's probably going to be taped, and it probably will be a very entertaining show. I am looking forward to it, and hopefully, Saturday night, we have a great show. Hopefully, Double or Nothing is as good as it was last year. See you Saturday night for my review.